Welcome, everyone. We're going to go ahead and call the City of Woodland Park City Council June 4th, 2026 meeting to order. Monica.
Yes. Mayor Jones.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Nakai. Here. Councilmember Bryan.
Here.
Councilmember Gear.
Here.
Councilmember Smith.
Yep.
Councilmember DeZalem.
Here.
All present. Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. Let us go to ceremonies, presentations, and appointments. Monica, who do we have?
Turn my thing on.
Yep.
Western Heritage presentation for Girl of the West.
Is there Catherine Tolman?
Catherine Tolman, is she here? No. Oh.
Oh, you'd know.
Well, maybe they're running late.
Okay. We'll push that off. We'll go to item 3B then. The Colorado Lottery Starburst Award presentation for Avenger Open Space. Adrian. There's a podium right there. Sorry.
Gonna arm wrestle over who goes first. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for having me today. My name is Adrian Varney. I'm the proceeds manager for the Colorado Lottery. I want to start by expressing I'm having a little bit of community envy. I have spent just the last 3 hours here in Woodland Park, and it is amazing. Even getting lost everywhere I turn,
Tell too many people about that.
I got lost once or twice, and it's just beautiful everywhere. Luckily, I landed in this parking lot over here. That park is also gorgeous. You guys have an amazing community, and definitely a little bit of envy in my heart. Thank you again for having me. I want to start just by talking a little bit about the Colorado Lottery. Not everybody knows that our lottery is the only lottery in the entire world that 100% of our primary proceeds go to funding our outdoor experiences in the state. That's everything from parks, trails, open spaces to larger scale land and wildlife conservation efforts, even like programming in schools to help teach kids the value in being future stewards of the land. So it's a job that I'm really proud to have. My career path has been in conservation, natural resource protection. So landing here at the lottery wasn't anything I ever envisioned for myself, but it's perfectly aligned with everything that our lottery is able to do for the state. 25% of every dollar, about 25% of every dollar spent in the Colorado Lottery goes right back to Colorado's outdoors. I always forget to tell people that 65% goes to winners. So, because I'm the proceeds manager, so I like to put that out there too. 65, but 25 goes to places like Avenger, to help to protect places like Avenger Open Space. So, at its core, the Colorado Lottery is about giving back to places, experiences, and experiences that Coloradans care about the most. Each year, lottery proceeds support projects and programs across Colorado that help create, protect, and enhance our outdoor experiences and communities statewide. The Starburst Award recognizes the very best of that work, highlighting projects that exemplify excellence in how lottery funds are put to work across the state. In 2026, there were hundreds of eligible projects to receive this recognition, and only 18 did. So, little hand of applause just for everything that put that together. Yeah. Receiving a Starburst Award definitely means something. It represents those projects that go above and beyond. They're thoughtfully designed, deeply connected to community. That's part of what made this stand out so much. And they're built to create a lasting impact. These projects don't only deliver, they elevate what outdoor spaces can be for the communities that they serve. And that's exactly why I'm here today, because behind every single one of these amazing projects is a story of vision, of partnership, of commitment, of collaboration, of community, and to creating something meaningful for the people that these spaces serve. Avenger Open Space is a powerful example of that. It reflects a thoughtful investment in both conservation and community. It helps to ensure that future generations will continue to have access to open space, recreation, and the kind of landscape that makes Colorado such a special place to live. Beyond the physical space itself, projects like this create something deeper. It's a sense of stewardship and pride and a shared responsibility for the places that we care about the most. And this is where I just want to take a pause from my written remarks and take off my formal lottery hat and put on my citizen of Colorado hat, even though I don't live in this community. It's work like this that makes it so special to live in Colorado. Thinking about how to protect these spaces for future generations is a special gem that we get to be a part of in this bigger ecosystem of protecting these open spaces in the state. That's why we're the best state in the country, if you ask me. So, okay, lottery hat back on. It's not just about preserving open space. It's about preserving the experiences and the memories and the connection to the outdoors that will continue benefiting this community for years to come. So today, we're not just here to celebrate a project. We're recognizing the vision, the collaboration, and the commitment that made it possible. Thank you for all of your dedication, for your support in this project. Thank you for your dedication in protecting and enhancing outdoor experiences for your community and for future generations of Coloradans. So on behalf of the Colorado Lottery, it is my honor to recognize Woodland Park's Avenger Open Space as a 2026 Starburst Award recipient.
Can I throw something out there before Mr. Webb jumps in there? Okay. If it weren't for our Parks and Rec Board, and Miss Cindy over there, that, I don't think this would have been able to have happened. They worked very diligently and very hard at achieving this, and I think they should get a big round of applause for it, for their hard work.
I agree. Cindy is amazing. I've been lucky to know her for a couple of years now, and I'm so glad to be able to celebrate this, not just this milestone, but also her on this today. Yeah, we want to take pictures? Do you want to talk first? When do we want to?
Jeff, were you speaking, Jeff?
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
just a few thoughts. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, time's up.
I'll try to keep it brief because I can't stop that. So I'm Jeff Webb. I'm the chair of the Parks Board, and I just wanted to say a few words also, I think, about what this means to our community, because you outlined some of the criteria, what makes this project special. But I want to talk about it from the community perspective. We were just out there today, and really, I think the story is what we saw. You're out there and you see people hiking, there are people riding their bikes, people that didn't know we had a group out there. It's just people as part of their daily life. Avenger Open Space, our parks, our trails, our open space is part of what makes their day matter. It's part of the quality of life. I think that's just wonderful to see. I had my little daughter there. She went there from the time she was an infant to now a little bigger. And to see her grow up in a place that the community has preserved in perpetuity forever. That is a legacy that this project gave to our community, but also a legacy that you on council, mayor, city manager, this is a legacy of what you've done. It's protected forever. So it's a really, really special thing. And I think one of the things that's so exciting about this project, we've talked about this before, but how grassroots it was. This was really, really community driven. You know, it was a few citizens on Parks Board and other citizens that saw this property was for sale and could be lost forever to development or something else. Public access could be lost. And so it was citizens that came together and came to the city, and the city said, yes, this makes sense. This is a priority. So it was an amazing grassroots effort, took the collaboration and partnership of the city and also GOCO, Colorado Lottery, Palmer Land Conservancy, this idea of what can be accomplished when people come together. It's not a top-down thing. It was really community-driven for the good of all of Woodland Park. And I think that's just a wonderful model. So we get to have Avenger as the physical representation of what can happen in our community when we all work together. And I think that's an amazing thing. There were some other folks too. I mean, I think want to make sure that city council and the city manager gets their dues. Also Parks Board, we have some members of Parks Board. I don't know if you'd be willing to stand up and just kind of wave your hand, because Parks Board really did work very hard on this project. We have $90,000 in donations from the community. At $90,000 in donations from the community, people that said, this matters, I want to contribute to this to make it happen. That's huge. Partnership with the U.S. Forest Service, Teller Trail Team, Chris Gonzalez played a big role. It's just a broad spectrum of folks that see the value in this. And of course, park staff, and of course, Cindy Keating. And I'm so glad that this gets to happen today on your last day. So I want to give a huge thank you to Cindy, who did so much to make this happen. Because it's absolutely true. A project like this, once in a generation opportunity, but it takes so much work, so much effort. Everything has to line up perfectly to make this happen. And Cindy went above and beyond to make sure that things went smooth, that we had the best application, that everything could happen so that this award today and the realization of Avenger can happen. So Cindy, from the bottom of our hearts as Parks Board and on behalf of the community, thank you so much for what you've done. It's a huge gift. And, you know, getting a wonderful award, you had said today, I don't want to misquote, but 2.5% of GoCo projects win the Starburst Award. And think about that. Think of how many people apply to a GoCo project and don't get chosen. And then think of how many of those don't get this award. 2.5%. So this is really a huge deal. So in a lot of ways, it feels like a culmination for a lot of work from the community, but I think in some ways it's not the end, the culmination of something. This is a little cheesy, but I really think it's the beginning of something. I really do. There's exciting things to come at Avenger. We have the golf course with all of those opportunities. We have a community that's even more excited about parks and open space. And so I really see this as recognition of a beginning and a great future for us all. So thank you for the award, and thank you to everyone that's played a part.
Thank you, Jeff. Are we doing pictures or what are we doing? Yeah?
Who do you want in your pictures?
Oh, no.
It's just, it would be better if Catherine was in the green and Seth was in the black.
Oh, yeah. No, we do have a sports complex that does.
Meadowwood, yeah.
With my daughter now.
Okay, moving on, item 3. Okay, so 3C, we're gonna move to 3E. Are we gonna flip flop them? You want to do Main Street next? Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna, Tim, if you don't mind, or is Kimberly here? Or, oh, Anita, yeah. Okay.
It's flip-flop. It's okay. Anita Rickle, Economic Development and Main Street, just here to introduce Tim, who's going to speak in a second. I did want to bring to council's attention, we do have 2 DOLA representatives coming into Woodland Park on June the 17th and the 18th. We are doing a meet and greet with the architect on June 18th at the library from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Coffee and light breakfast. This is a great way businesses in the Main Street District can come get free advice and also free design from the DOLA architect. They provide this service free to our Main Street businesses. So if there's a project or a facade or ADA requirement that is needed, come and talk to Larry. Again, June 18th from 8 to 9 at the library. And then I wanted to introduce Tim. He's going to talk to you about our Main Street branding that we've been working on.
Does this thing advance through the slides for me?
Yes.
Glorious. Thank you.
When it works.
Oh, hey, easy. All right. On April 27th, the Main Street Board and some staff members met with Slate Communications to talk about our brand. You may know or recall that a brand isn't just a logo. It embodies your identity. It's how you interface with the community as well as visitors. It's who you are, essentially. And in light of that, Slate Communications asked us a bunch of questions. What we thought of our community. We thought it was outdoorsy, welcoming, scenic, historic. They asked us a bunch of questions too. Specifically, what qualities should the brand that we want to represent reflect? And there were a whole bunch of other questions, but we thought Woodland Park is friendly and unpretentious. So we don't want to be a Telluride. We don't want to be an Aspen. We're not highfalutin, but we love our community dearly. We are a destination, but we don't want to become a resort town. And of course, outdoor recreation is our thing for everybody who lives here. We also have very unique Old West architecture, whether it's the newer buildings or some of those historical buildings. There were some considerations that we took into mind. For instance, city administration told us, hey, we want to anchor the city brand. We want to integrate the city brand. We want to, in some way, symbolize the historic buildings. Pikes Peak, we wanted to be a defining feature. I haven't seen Pikes Peak. Has anybody seen Pikes Peak? I've lived here 4 years. I haven't seen it. So if somebody would point that out to me, please do. And we also wanted Woodland Park as a city to take the priority. So we didn't want to deviate too much from an understanding that Main Street is an integral part of the whole of Woodland Park. Slate Communications came back to us with 3 logos, and we reviewed those earlier this week. We loved all of them and thought the designs were very unique. You can see some of Woodland Park's unique character in them. But of all those, it was pretty universal in terms of what we chose. Somebody want to give me a drum roll? Drum roll. Thank you. Thank you. Is that appropriate in a formal meeting? That is our new logo. Main Street. And this logo tells a story of Woodland Park. That's why we love it. Of course, that badge for the city is front and center. It speaks of Woodland Park's unique character, and you can actually see the buildings in that character represent buildings in town. So it's inspired by the iconic buildings downtown. Together, the logo celebrates the business history, creativity, and community spirit that define Main Street and Woodland Park and guide its vision for the future. Potential merch. I look forward to getting a t-shirt and a hoodie with that logo on in particular. I hope you all too. You all do too. And we appreciate City Council supporting us as we endeavor to make Woodland Park and Main Street a base camp for adventure, for visitors, as well as locals alike. That's our tagline. We are a base camp for adventure. And we look forward to working with you and partnering with local business to help build economic vitality. Thank you for your time.
Okay, next we have, we'll do item D, which is appointment to Parks and Recreation Advisory Board. Monica.
So we do have an opening on the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board, and we have an applicant, Joel Smith, who applied. And there's Joel. Joel can come up and say a few words and would recommend appointment.
Thank you. Yeah, Joel, if you could do your last name, first name, last name.
My name is Joel Smith.
Joel Smith. Thank you. Do you have anything, why do you want to be on Parks and Rec?
I was briefly on the Parks Board last year.
Okay.
My term expired and I had a little bit of difficulty with the application process, but luckily we got that all sorted out. So I am here now for reappointment, sorry.
Thank you. Council, any questions for Joel? Okay.
I'd like to make a motion that we just take Joel as is.
Want to turn your mic on?
Again?
Yes, again.
I would like to make a motion that we take Joel Smith back on the board.
Second.
Okay. Monica, we have a motion and a second.
Okay, Jones,
Yes.
Nakai,
Yes.
Bryant,
Yes.
Gear,
Yes.
Smith,
Yep.
DeZellem.
Yes.
Okay, and the motion passes unanimously.
Excellent.
So
Thank you,
I will
Joel.
now give the oath of office to Joel.
Congratulations, Joel.
You can stand there. Just raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Joel Smith,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and of the state of Colorado,
and of the state of Colorado,
the charter and ordinances
the charter and ordinances
of the city of Woodland Park,
of the city of Woodland Park,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
as a member of the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board
as a member of the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter. Thanks.
Thank you, Joel. Oh, yeah. All right. And it looks like we have our Girl of the West arriving. Yeah, we moved the meeting time, not just for you guys. Oh. Yeah, it's okay. It's totally good. We have you on pause, so we could have you now, actually. Yeah, so for this presentation, we're going to listen or hear a presentation on the Western Heritage presentation, Girl of the West.
Hi, I'm Laurie Carroll. I'm the president of the Pikes Peak or Bust Rodeo Board of Directors. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the rodeo's history, and then you are going to hear from our amazing Girl of the West, who's going to tell you everything about what you can expect at this year's rodeo. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here to speak with you tonight. Spencer Penrose started our rodeo in 1937 as a way to bring tourism into our community. We are the second oldest event in Colorado Springs, right behind the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. For nearly 9 decades, with only a few exceptions during World War II and COVID, our event has brought the community together to not only honor Western heritage, but pay tribute to our local military families. After World War II, the rodeo leadership decided that as the soldiers were returning home from the war, from that point forward, all of the proceeds from the rodeo would be dedicated to local military and their families. So that's a tradition that we continue today, and we're all very proud of that. The community event is sponsored by thousands of fans, and many supporters and sponsors are local businesses and organizations, in addition to regional and national sponsors. We're thankful for all of that support to our event as we honor, as I said, Western heritage and support to our local military families. Our rodeo has grown significantly in national visibility in the last few years as we host the National Finals Rodeo Open, the NFR Open, at our rodeo. We bring over 200 contestants to the area, and you'll hear more when Kaylee tells you what the contestants are competing for this year. We bring fans from all 50 states in the United States, Canada, Mexico, and then many other countries outside of the United States. Pikes Peak or Bust Rodeo is led by an all-volunteer board. Many of us are veterans, so we're proud of our mission to support the military. We're supported by over 400 volunteers that come out every year to help us put on the rodeo. We greatly appreciate our local military and their families and their sacrifices that they have made, and we're passionate about giving back to them. through the rodeo. So thank you again for your time, and we hope to see you at the rodeo.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Corliss Palmer. I'm the director of the Girl of the West program, and I have been for 25 years. So our mission is very passionate to me, and I make a difference in the lives of young women, and that makes my heart happy. We make about 150 appearances every summer to promote the Pikes Peak Bus Rodeo. And Kaylee will tell you where we go, but I want to tell you about Kaylee. She's the daughter of Todd and Laura Grippentrog. She's been a member of Pikes Peak Rangerettes for 3 years, and she was the assistant secretary in 2024, and she was captain last year and led the group. She's been competing in horse shows for the last 2 years in Western and English disciplines. She just graduated from the Village High School and is planning to attend Pikes Peak State College this fall to get her basic classes out of the way and then transfer to CSU to study animal science. She's very passionate about military as well. She has several family members that are now in the military and have been. Her brother-in-law's in the Air Force, and her brother just joined the Army and graduated from basic training last weekend. So enjoy Kaylee's presentation.
Hi, my name is Kaylee. I am the Girl of the West, and I serve as the proud ambassador for the Pikes Peak Bus Rodeo. Guess what? We're getting ready to rodeo. That's right, the NFR Open at the Pikes Peak Bus Rodeo, presented by John Deere, takes place right in Colorado Springs, July 14th through 18th, when the top professional rodeo cowboys and cowgirls from the US, Canada, and Mexico compete to be named PRCA Circuit Champions. There's bragging rights in play and mega prize money to win. Watching pro rodeo live and in person is like watching no other pro sport, and watching it with America's mountain as the backdrop is as good as it gets. It is where pride of country is felt by everyone at every performance. You'll get to see the top contestants in all of North America bringing their A game to the scenic and historic Norris Penrose Event Center to compete in bareback riding, breakaway roping, steer wrestling, team roping, tie-down roping, barrel racing, and bull riding. Saturday night, July 18th, is when the national circuit champion will be crowned. There are 7 performances, July 14th through 18th, with evening performances Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 7:30 p.m., grounds open at 4 p.m., and matinee performances Friday and Saturday, starting at 12:30 p.m., grounds open at 10 a.m. There's a lot to love about this rodeo, and I'd like to tell you why it is so special to me. This legacy event reminds us to celebrate and preserve our Western heritage and values, all while hosting the best in the sport of professional rodeo. I am proud to say I was raised on these Western values, and it is important to me that we honor our military at every performance. U.S. Army, SMDC, and MDA on Tuesday night, Fort Carson, 4th Infantry Division on Wednesday evening, First Responders and 302nd Airlift Wing on Thursday evening, Military Family Day and 10th Special Forces Group at the Friday matinee, Space Night on Friday evening, the United States Air Force Academy at the Saturday matinee, and NORAD, U.S. Northcom on Saturday evening. The Pikes Peak Bus Rodeo has been giving back to our local military and their families since 1946. I am passionate about that mission. I have 2 insider tips for you. First, how about free parking? Skip the traffic with free garage parking and free shuttles to the rodeo and back to your car for every performance. Kick back and enjoy the ride. Details are on our website, pikespeakerbus.org. The second tip, get the best price on tickets at the trusted source. Our website, pikespeakerbus.org. Avoid the scammers and resellers. You'll want to arrive early to grab a bite and check out the apparel and other Western fare our vendors have for sale. There's tons of fun in the fan zone with kid-friendly activities, rides, mutton busting prelims, and plenty more vendors. Plus the feedlot tent and beer and wine corral. Be sure to stick around after the rodeo for autographs from the contestants, the Rangerettes, visiting royalty, and me, your girl, the West. Then, live music and dancing await in the Coors Roadhouse Saloon. Be ready to wave when you see our awesome pink Ram truck from Perkins Motors all over town. We will be heading out to represent our rodeo at military installations, community events, and stopping by to see some of the generous sponsors who help make this event possible. Hope to see you bright and early downtown Colorado Springs on June 17th for the annual Colorado Springs Western Street Breakfast and the official send-off for the Pikes Peak Range Riders annual ride. Then we'll be ready to welcome you to the NFR Open at the Pikes Peak Bus Rodeo, July 14th through 18th. Tickets are selling fast. Get yours today at pikespeakerbus.org. See you there.
Thank you very much. Council, any questions for the presenters? Okay. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Oh, excellent. Okay. You probably drop them with Monica. Oh, okay, there you go, with Kristen. Sure. I actually think I've seen those, but yeah, that's great. Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry about the time confusion.
It worked out well. Thank you. Okay. That brings us to sales tax presentation. City Manager Vasilati.
All right, thank you. Tonight I have for you the March 2026 sales tax update received in April. All right, for the month of March, we were up 0.9%. So we saw a little bit of a reduction from what we've seen from our previous months. We were up $6,601 over last year, which was $721,975. We're up 2.7% year to date through March, which is a $51,000 increase over last year with total collection of $1,922,000. Lodging tax, we continue to see a decline. March year over year, we were down 28% for a reduction of $4,000 with $10,000 collected, and we're down 21.3% for the year, which is $8,402 less than last year. When we look at the graph so far, I mean, we are continuing to trend in a pretty standard formation, other than March was a little bit off from the year before. But we do expect to see sales tax continue on a flat basis here. You can see last year in March, we did have a bit of a big increase, so we'll have to see if that flattens out. But then if you look at the May, June, and July, we should expect to see increases as we move forward. Any questions there?
Also,
when you said March, we had a big increase. Did you mean April?
April, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Good.
All right,
Thank
thank you.
All right, we are moving on to item 4, which will be additions, deletions, or corrections to the agenda. Okay, thank you, Monica. Consent calendar. Folks, we have a opportunity. I think we're going to break these apart. So we'll look at 5A first, approval of the May 21st, 2026 City Council meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve them.
Okay. It was Monica on there. I wasn't sure if there was.
I don't need to present anything for
Okay.
it.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So we have a motion.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll second.
Second. Okay, we have a motion and a second.
Okay, Nakai,
Yes.
Bryant,
Yes.
Gear,
Yes.
Smith,
Yep.
DeZellem,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes,
and the motion passes unanimously.
thank you. Okay, item 5B, approval of Forest Service Avenger special use permit.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. I would like to start with a bit of the project background, if I may. In March of 2024, Great Outdoors Colorado awarded a $523,250 land acquisition grant for the purchase of Avenger Open Space. In April of 2024, the city purchased Avenger Open Space for $650,000. A requirement of the land acquisition grant from Great Outdoors Colorado is to have a conservation easement placed on the property. The city has contracted with Palmer Land Conservancy for this conservation easement. In order for the conservation easement on Avenger Open Space, the city needed to acquire 0.70 acres of Forest Service land for access. We began the special use permitting process in the spring of 2024 and completed the National Environmental Policy Act, NEPA, analysis in January of 2026. Today, we are here and we're excited to provide the approved Forest Service use permit PPK 903. However, I have been told there is a minor tweak remaining to the section IV or 4.G of the Avenger item before you tonight, but is still recommended to be presented to you and hopefully have your approval. So our recommendation tonight is to approve the Forest Service Avenger Open Space Special Use Permit and authorize the mayor to execute all necessary documents and amendments that are associated with such approval, subject to the final approval by the city attorney. And I'll be happy to answer any questions if I can.
Council.
I would like to add, Cindy, thank you so much for your follow-up on this. If you all could see how many times she had to follow up over and over and over again to keep this ball rolling, thank you. On behalf of the city, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yes.
I have been accused of being tenacious.
With the federal government, I think it's necessary. Thank you. Questions? No? Anyone? Okay. Then, can I get a motion?
I'll make the
No.
motion.
No.
After you. I'll second it.
I would make a motion to approve the Forest Service Avenger Special Use Permit and to authorize the mayor to execute all necessary documents and amendments that are associated with such approval, subject to the final approval by the city attorney.
And I'll second it.
Thank you.
Monica. Oh, any discussion on that, guys? Sorry. No? Done? Nothing?
No,
Okay.
I'm real familiar with this.
That's why I thought maybe you might want to weigh in. Okay. Monica.
Bryant,
Yes.
Gear,
Yes.
Smith,
Yep.
DeZellem,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Nakai,
Yes.
and the motion passes unanimously.
Thank you very much for your support. Really appreciate that.
Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy.
Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. 5. Yeah. Okay. All right. Next item is public comment on items not on the agenda. And I want to kind of open this up. We're kind of starting to tweak this a little bit. So I just want to open it up with a little preamble, just so everybody understands what goes on here during this time. So let's see, now's the time for public comment for items not on the agenda. Please direct your comments to council, not staff or others in the room. Public comment for items not on the agenda is not a forum for back and forth conversation with council. Instead, it is a time for council to hear your valuable input, comments, and point of view. And at the conclusion of public comment, council may, but is not required, to refer some questions or matters to staff. Monica, do we have anybody signed up?
We do not have anyone signed up tonight.
Do we have anybody online?
No, we don't have anyone online
All right.
either.
And we're tweaking this. We're tweaking it. So, yeah. All right. Okay. So nobody.
Nobody.
All right. Moving on. Unfinished business, item 7, and we have none. Item 8, ordinances on initial posting, we have none. Item 9, public hearings. We have our approval of ordinance 1524, series 2026, an ordinance of the city council for the city of Woodland Park, Colorado, amending chapter 15.03 of the Woodland Park Municipal Code regarding the Uniform Fire Code to adopt by reference the 2021 International Fire Code. Presenter is our planning director, Karen.
Well, at least get things teed up for you.
Sure.
So As we noted, that this is an update to the city's fire code. We defer to Pikes Peak Regional Building Department for our building codes, and you have seen them historically work with us whenever we have needed to update and modernize those to stay current. And then you've also seen them navigate very adeptly when the state issues mandates around things that we need to adopt and have in place. And the very careful dance, Roger Lovell, our building official, was here last time, explained to you a little bit about how they're very strategic about when things get adopted to provide as smooth a possible glide path for our building community and keep things as stable as possible for those folks. So what you have in front of you this evening is a fire code, and it's actually Northeast Teller County Fire Protection District that is our authority that administers the fire code, and they make the recommendations regarding what it is the city should have in place. We are currently under the 2003 International Fire Code that was adopted in 2010 with about 24 amendments at that point in time. So since or in early April, our fire chief brought forth this requested adoption that we now update to the 2021 International Fire Code. And he had a pretty substantial packet of amendments that are associated with this code change. Timing of this is very, very important, thanks to the state of Colorado. So any decision you make tonight, the code would need, if you're approving this new code, it needs to be effective prior to June 30th of this year. An effective date after that would trigger the city needing to implement the state's model low energy and carbon code, which is a pretty onerous burden on our builders and adds significantly to the cost of construction. So we had a very tight timeline, as you recall. So back on May 7th, we had a joint work session between City Council and the Board of Review. At that time, you had opportunity to ask questions about the technical details associated with this. On May 12th, the Board of Review, they did their own review and recommendation regarding this proposal. And so what I bring for you this evening is the Board of Review's recommendation that City Council adopt this 2021 International Fire Code along with Northeast Teller County Fire District's proposed amendments. So that's all in that ordinance. And I also brought for you a copy of that book. It doubles as a doorstop and Ambien, I guess it's a a sleep aid. So with that, I can answer questions about process, but otherwise, if you have technical questions about the content, I would need to defer to the fire chief.
Thank you.
I just want to say this has been kind of a fast-paced process, and I really appreciate the work the Board of Review has done, Planning Department's done, and that Netco's done to make this as digestible as possible. It really did help with the explanations and the conversations to make this in as painless of a transition as possible. So thank you for that work.
You're welcome.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
So
Okay.
that's all I have for you, unless you got other questions for me.
Any other questions for Karen? None. Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. We will open it up for public comment officially now. And Monica, do we have anybody signed up?
I don't have anybody, no, unless there's someone in the audience that would like to speak.
Anyone? No.
Fire code enthusiast, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We'll close the public comment portion of this meeting, of this item, and we'll move on for discussion on the council. No discussion?
Nope. I'll make a motion for the approval of ordinance 1524, series 2026, and ordinance of the city council for the city of Woodland Park, Colorado, amending chapter 15.03 of the Woodland Park Municipal Code regarding the Uniform Fire Code to adopt by reference the 2021 International Fire Code.
I will second.
Any discussion? Nope. Seeing none. Monica?
Okay.
Thank you.
Here,
Yes.
Smith,
Yep.
DeZellem,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Nakai,
Yes.
and Bryant.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yay. Karen's not applauding or anything. She's like, yeah. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's move on to new business, and we have none. And reports, okay, hold on. It's in here, there we go. All right, mayor's report. Community events, June 4th through June 18th on, let's see, I'm gonna do this differently. Tomorrow, June 5th, Cindy Keating Retirement Party from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Shining Mountain Golf Course. It'll be in the event center, I imagine. There is a presentation from 6 to 6:30 by friends and family. That'll be fun. And it is a casual open house style event. So drop in, please do come by. I know Lynn and I are going to be golfing, and then we're going to pop over and see Cindy. Okay, and then on Saturday, June 6th, from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the high school parking lot, the Woodland Park School District is hosting their annual citywide garage sale this Saturday. Wednesday, June 10th, starting at 5:30 at the outdoor pavilion of the Ute Pass Cultural Center, is this month's community concert. Bring your lawn chair or blanket and settle in to hear the Ute Pass Playboys. The bar is open and a food truck will be on site. That sounds like fun. Hopefully the weather holds. That is Wednesday, June 10th, starting at 5:30. Okay, that is all I have. Oh, wait. Go ahead.
I have nothing.
Well, I always have something, it seems. I'll try and make it quick. Keep Woodland Park beautiful. Our next meeting is June 11th. That's next Thursday at 5 p.m. As always, if you're looking for ways to serve the city, we would love to have you. Please apply to join the committee. It's a lot of fun, and we do things that have a direct visual impact on our city. So we'd love to have you. Additionally, the Mayor's Youth Council met yesterday. Gosh, my days are running together. We met yesterday. Great group of kids. They were able to elect officers. So they do have a president or a chair, a vice chair, and a secretary. They have started their conversation about developing bylaws and their goals for the organization. So writing a mission statement and a vision. And then they scheduled their next meeting, which will be July 8th at 5 p.m. In addition to that, we will be starting the Council Member for a Day program with those kids. Evan Snyder, who was elected the chairperson, will be joining us up here on the dais on June 18th.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
So
that's great.
I figured there's an open seat, so.
Yeah.
One other thing, or two more things actually. The golf course, just wanted to give a quick update. I've had a few members of the community reach out to me and just saying, what's going on with that? Outside of, business as usual, what's the city planning? And I said, great news is the city's really not planning anything yet. We want to engage in a master planning process like we do with our other parks and facilities. We're looking to start that this fall. And there are lots of other preparations going on, just kind of behind the scenes of getting ready to work with the community and delivering the property that we know you guys expect from our amazing parks and facilities. So be on the lookout for that, the master planning process starting in the fall. We are currently identifying a consultant with golf course experience. The one that we used for Meadowood and Bergstrom did not offer golf courses. So we're trying to find someone reputable and that'll fit our community's vision and help that process along. And last thing, the farmer's market is starting tomorrow. I'm very much excited about that. Did I steal your thunder?
You did.
I'm very excited about it. For me, it always kind of feels like the unofficial start to summer. And they've got a new market manager this year. Her name's Amanda, and she has been working her tail off to get an increase in vendor options. And there's going to be a lot more produce this year, I've been told as well. And she's pretty much packing the park full. So if you haven't been out to the farmer's market, in the last year or two, great time to revisit it. They're going to have a great season. That's it. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Councilmember here.
Yep, just have one thing, just a reminder that June is Pride Month, and Pride Above the Clouds is having their yearly Pride Festival Sunday, June 7th at Memorial Park from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So it's a free event with live performances, craft activities, food trucks, local vendors, and more. So hope to see everyone there on Sunday. And that is all I have.
Thank you, Jeff.
You know, between you and him, you guys are just blowing all my stuff away.
Steve, Mike, Mike.
What was it for them? But I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay.
Yes.
Now that they took two of my subjects here, first one is that, well, yeah, now I'm all out of sync.
Announce them anyway, then.
Yeah, PRAB meets next Wednesday at 5:30 at the Park and Rec building. We always welcome in visitors to come check it out. You get involved, you know, one way or another, see how the Park and Rec department works and how the Park and Rec Advisory Board, as you can see, works very diligently on what's open spaces and such, as you can see by the award that they received, the city received tonight. And also for those people that don't spend time and money in our shops and, you know, our stores up here, you really got to think twice about it. You know, I do as much as I can to have, you know, from groceries to small stuff to even automotive. And, you know, you really got to trust your community up here. And great example, I took to have my truck taken care of, and I was going to have the tranny done. Guess what? Mechanic comes out and says, Smitty, you don't need anything done with the tranny. It looks great. Now you take that somewhere else, especially down the hill, they're going to take your money. That's a, you know, $300 job. They'll just take it. This one turned that down and said, no, you don't need it. Trust your community up here. Trust your stores. Just shop up here. You know, that's what I've got to say.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Even Zeb's and, you know, Colorado Gear Lab.
Don, can you lead us out?
Yeah, we got Walmart shit.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing I have is one, thank you, Cindy, for your years with the city. And I enjoyed my however many thousand years it was on the PRAB with you. And it's going to be tough to not see you in the office there anymore. The other one is the Planning Commission is looking for commissioners desperately. They've had to cancel their last two meetings because of a lack of a quorum. So if anybody out there in the community is interested in the planning of our city in the future and has a desire to do so, please apply.
Thank you, Don. That's a great point.
Let me say something real quick. You know, Cindy, I think out of everybody in this room, Don and I have probably known you the longest.
You're right.
And I think we put together a pretty good duet for you.
Oh.
But you know something? We're not
Okay.
going to do it.
All right.
That's right. We'll save everybody.
I was close. Finger on the button. All right. Aaron. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot he was online. Gosh, yeah. Our attorney, Mr. Wilson.
Hi there. Thank you, Mayor and Council. I do trust my community, and accordingly, I want to thank Councilmember Smith for eating my leftover burrito on Monday. Besides that, I have no further report.
Is there a censure or something in his future?
No. I'm very appreciative.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good.
It was great.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. Aaron.
All right, thank you. Miss Cindy. I've
Starting to cheer.
you can stand up if you want. 32 years with the city,
Yes, sir.
pouring your blood, sweat, tears, giving us everything you had. We thank you so much, Cindy. I want to formally, on behalf of the city, thank you for all of the accomplishments that you've had. I mean, we can look around and drive around the city and see your mark pretty much everywhere, all over the place. And being able to celebrate today, Avenger, and then also getting the permit. I don't know how you pulled that off, but thank you so much. I know we're going to celebrate you tomorrow, but we did want to recognize you formally here and just say thank you tremendously.
Well, thank you very much, and I'm very grateful for all the opportunities that the city have given me over the 32 years as well. Thank you very much. Hey, Kristen, I think we're gonna have to have a table of flowers tomorrow. Because I don't have room at my house for all these flowers. But thank you very much. These are so beautiful. And once again, I am very grateful for all the opportunities that I've had through the city. And I do appreciate the kind words that you give me, but it's not Cindy that does everything. It takes a whole team. And smart people surrounding you makes you look good. So use that, everyone. But thank you very much.
Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna have Kip come up first and give us a update on all the road projects that are gonna be kicking off.
Cindy, I have an anniversary coming up. I can steal some of those.
Hey.
I'll tell your wife.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she better not be watching, Kib.
Right? No. Job well done, Cindy and team, for sure. 4 road projects. Let's see. Fairview started Monday with locates, things like that going on. Also Thunder Ridge will piggyback right on Fairview, same contractors doing that job. I don't have an actual date on when they will be on Thunder Ridge and do the pavers, but it should follow Fairview, or if they bring up a second or third team. Reservoir Access Road started this week as well. Last week they were surveying. This week they started mobilizing heavy equipment. So that's kicking off as well. So be careful when you're driving up Loy Gulch. That road is narrow and windy, and there'll be some traffic on there. And then lastly, the on-call contractor for the patchwork, asphalt and concrete will be starting June 15th. So lots going on around town. So please be wary of where you're traveling and who's working. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm not moving my house, Kip.
It's not as hard as you think to just. And then Rob's gonna give us an update on the flowers and some of the other awesome things.
Good evening, council. So with flowers, so just like every year, we're starting on the 15th. That's when they're coming in, and then we're gonna spend that day with city workers, starting to put some, like not just the facilities and grounds crew, but all of city workers volunteering to start putting the flowers together in the ground, starting to organize them on what's going where. And then right now we have a sign up genius out for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So what we did is we split up each day into 2 shifts from 8 to noon, and then another shift from noon to 3. So what we're looking for is 6 volunteers to fill each of those shifts. So right now you can find a link to that sign up genius on our social pages. So Facebook, Nextdoor, and what's the other one called? Instagram. And then Kristen also sent that out on as an alert on our web page today, so you'll be able to see it there. But if you would, and you're interested in helping us plant some flowers, please go in there and sign up. Right now we have 1 volunteer. Thank you, Mr. Bryant.
I actually had put 4 on there because I'm dragging my kids along with me.
Okay. All right.
Okay, noted, but I am 4, just to let you know.
All right, great. So that's 3 more we don't need. So, and what we're planning on doing, like you said, Monday, we're starting at Team Telecycle and we're working our way west. So if we get done by Thursday, then we'll just cancel Friday. And anybody that does volunteer, will keep you posted on weather days, things like that, anything that might change the schedule. And that's it. Thanks.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Rob. And just a reminder, we will be closing the city offices on the 15th. We will have the staff out there planting, so it should be awesome. All right, and then one last thing, the chief did bring the UTV out there for anybody who would like to see it out in the parking lot after the meeting. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yes, and we did have an update from the DDA. So we had the DDA meeting on Tuesday morning. They received 48 micro grants, which was incredible. We originally projected for 40, we budgeted for 40, and we ended up getting 48. So thank you so much to Main Street. Thank you to the chamber. Thank you to the DDA members getting out, and thank you to Kristen, Anita, Kimberly, all of the work. It is a tremendous amount of work for the staff. So thank you so much. $227,000 in grants applied for. So should see a tremendous amount of work happening out there.
Great, thank you. Is that it? Okay. All right, with that, we are adjourned.